Hello everybody, this is Thomas Merrick, and welcome back to Let's Megamek with Marlow Stingrays. Starting off here, I haven't advanced time at all. I've actually kind of got burnt out on this campaign because I don't know, it seems to be dragging on, we seem to be rolling, and I've had several ideas of things I've wanted to do, and so start off here, I'm making a command decision. This contract's over. We won. And I'm going to do a little cinematic and kind of explain where we're going to go to, because we're going into actually a really big segment of Intersphere history after we do this. And I kind of want to make a big to-do about that, and I'm actually want to take my time on it. I mean, I know I've not been here since what? I think I looked at my last video was November, but I've not actively been working on anything. So, kind of wanting to set the table. I'm wanting to clear this out, finish it up. Which means I'm going to get us to the next month. It might roll a battle. I'll think about doing the battle. I don't know, but we're going to wrap this up. After that, something I'm wanting to do. Matter of fact, the whole reason I didn't even advance time because I wanted to just do this, kind of show you the repair system while I'm talking about some other stuff. If my brain will actually, work that way. Probably not. Let's go ahead and give you some of that. Let's try to fix up what we can. It said we didn't have any ammo. Let's go check our warehouse here. So I tend to focus on this. It's kind of hard to focus on this, the numbers here, and also talk to you guys. So maybe that wasn't such a good idea. But let me see. Next thing I'm wanting to do after I do this is I'm wanting to update to the latest Megamek. This is actually a fairly old version of Megamek, and they've added so much to it. So I'm wanting to actually do a video. I've done it before where we kind of just bring us up to date on the version numbers and kind of just go over the patch notes together, see what's different, what's been improved from this version to whatever the next version is. And I've not looked at the new version yet. In fact, that also means we've got the ATB rules 2.3. Was it 1.1? Or is that rules 2.3.1? I don't know if there's a new version of the ATB rules or not. For now, we're just going to hold on to those as much as we are holding on. And something I'm thinking of doing is, do we not have any LRM-20 ammo actually coming in? I need to refamiliarize. I took some time to refamiliarize with what was going on, but yeah, we do have some ammo coming in somewhere. Yeah. How much? Doesn't seem like very much. Maybe I have some stuff on order. I know sometimes you can order stuff and it not. I've got two. Oh, there we go. Apparently, I got 20. What? Well, wait a minute. We're using the rule where it's all kind of interchangeable. Except if that's true, are we just completely out of LRM ammo? I've completely distracted myself. Undamaged. Got some LRM-10 ammo down here. I don't know, that rule might have got switched off at some point. Maybe I decided not to do that. I don't think so. I kind of like that, where just give me some ammo. Anyway, let me. Why can we not do this? Oh, because we don't have the ammo done. 30 shots in transit, 0, or I guess right there it says. Let's go into acquisitions. Let's do this like 4 more times. Well, I know there was 4 in transit, so let's do it 6 more times. I could actually use bonus parts, but nah. Gained a level, and we're going to get 1 in 2 days, so cool. We'll be able to deal with that then. this. Let's go down the list. Can definitely put some ammo in. Go ahead and have Jeb do that. Oh, anyway, going forward, what are we doing going forward? After the kind of update video, what I want to do after that is actually do an updated how to Megamek video, which I did the original videos, what, about 5-6 years ago? And they kind of still work, but there's been so much added and so much changed in those 6 years, because Mech HQ, Megamek, all these programs are constantly under development. And I've kind of got on their Slack. I've talked to them a little bit. I've not been on there recently, but they're very active, and they're very, very dedicated to making it all better, streamlining everything. And I kind of want to make an updated version of the how to Megamek. Explain how to get things set up with Mech HQ, and then also maybe actually do a little bit more focus on Megamek itself, because the thing is with the original how to Megamek videos is that was what I was intending to do. Hey, this is familiar. Go away. Was do something very focused, and then immediately I got sidetracked into doing the whole Marlow Stingray thing. I think they're useful, but I think we could do better. So I'm going to do an updated how to Megamek video, and after that is when I kind of want to get into the next contract, basically. Like I said, I want to do a little big deal. I want to do one of my cinematics, such as they are. But something else I'm wanting to do is actually focus a little bit more on the different missions. I've been reading through, campaign ops, strat ops, the different, various materials been around, even like older BattleTech books. It has scenarios in it, and it kind of gave me some ideas on how to make some interesting missions. But then I also have to figure out how to do the interesting missions and still use the bot. And I've kind of got that figured out, I think. Come here. You're going over there. There you go. I think I've got that kind of figured out, at least in some parts. And as I start progressing, hopefully you kind of get my brain working and thinking new ways to change it up. But in that respect, I'm kind of wanting to focus the stories a little bit more on these missions, as opposed to just randomly rolling missions. I am planning on still randomly rolling missions, but what I'm going to do is actually turn the frequency down quite a bit. So I still get them, but I want to actually focus more on the story, and I kind of want to move the timeline along. What tends to happen now is, like with this contract, I've been beating the tar out of the Grenadiers, and I'll have 2-3 missions in a week, and every week it's kind of the same thing, and it starts to get kind of old and very samey, and the consequence of that is it really drags out the actual time, in-game time that we're playing. It doesn't drag it out. It slows it down dramatically. Between contracts, I can have almost a year go by, whereas when in the contract, it seems like it takes a real life month to get through a month. And I'm wanting to move on with the time. I'm kind of wanting to move the Marlow Stingrays through the various moments in Intersphere history, basically. I think originally I was thinking all the way through the Dark Age. Well, at the current rate, we're never going to get there. So that when we come back, it's going to be a little bit more streamlined that way. It's going to take a lot more work on my part to actually set some of that stuff up, but I think it'll hopefully be worth it, and I think it'll kind of create more of a narrative flow to the story, and maybe I can deal with even bigger battles. I can make a scenario where I'm actually using a company of mechs, which tends to be a really big battle. It take a long way that way, but I think it'll be a little bit more fun, a little more interesting, a little bit more diverse in what we're doing. And then actually we'll still keep the ATB flavor. We'll still have the random missions, which that's all cool and everything. Because you can create the custom missions and actually add them into the contract. That's not difficult. What's difficult with the custom missions is you have to actually manually, then when you go into Megamek, create everything. You know, that's where it's time consuming. It'll be time consuming for me. It won't be time consuming for you because you'll just see the video after I'm done with it. Unless I go on and on and on and not talk about anything and not really do anything while we're talking. Can we get this done? There we go. That hunchback should be finished. Yeah. But other stuff going. Ever since last I did a video, I guess the BattleTech is the Harebrained Schemes has come out. I've been playing that a little bit. Hey, you got 15 minutes. This takes 15 minutes. Why don't you do that? Yeah, the first campaign. I mean, I wasn't having trouble with it. I think I got as far as. What did I do last? There was like a two-part mission, well, kind of a two-parter, where the first part of it is you're securing a planet from a guy who turns out to be kind of an ass because he's upset that his daughter is, was suffered because she still supported whatnot. And then there's like the second mission, and I didn't want to go to that second mission, so I didn't play for about a month. That is more than a month. I came back to it after they updated. I was playing the multiplayer. I had a friend at work that wanted to play multiplayer, and so I was doing a little bit of multiplayer, just me and him, back and forth. Then I came back to the actual campaign with the latest patch, which added in difficulties and stuff. So I did the next campaign. I think I thought I told you to go away. I really don't even care what that says. The next campaign was I'm trying to remember what settings I know I put the setting to where if you get cored out you lose the mech, because that was something that was kind of weird to me anyway with the original rules. I know I set salvage to generous, but there was something else I said that made it harder. I don't know, I'm blanking on what it was. It wasn't pay. Oh, it was XP gain. I set XP gain to really low for the Mech Warriors. Anyway, I played through a campaign I played through the entire campaign with that. And she lost her head. I actually went through and I pulled this up the other day. I was talking to some people on Discord, on the BattleTech game Discord. And one of the channels is a Megamek channel. I was in there and talking. It kind of made me think about, what the heck was I even doing with the Stingrays? And I pulled it up, and I actually pulled it up to this screen, and I saw she's missing. What happened here? How did an archer lose his head? Who, it was Mel, and I went to look at Mel, and sure enough, she's in red. She's alive. What did it say? It said. I looked at the infirmary is where it was. I was here, and it's like broken right leg. I mean, for someone having had their head blown off, that's pretty light injuries. And so then I went over here, and I clicked on this, and it was like saying right leg, broken back, chest. It was completely different. So I was very confused. So I went through and I watched the last video, and I found out what happened. I had a very lengthy. I remember now. It was a very long and drawn out. Doing the advanced medical stuff. I'm glad they automate a lot of that, because it is a very long and involved process. It's cool. I like it. I think there's room for improvement on it. But man, I remember. So I saw we looked out there. I saw how we lost the head. We lost an infantry unit as well. Anyway, as far as BattleTech game itself, I beat the campaign, and the last 4 of them I was really trying to rush through because I was wanting to play Rogue Tech. So after I beat the campaign, I played Rogue Tech, and I like Rogue Tech to a point. Where I run into a little bit of a problem with Rogue Tech is it's supposed to be in 3030, and you hardly ever see base model mechs. It's all really obscure models, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing about Rogue Tech. Rogue Tech isn't designed to be some historically accurate thing. It's not a flaw with, you know, the person responsible for the mod or anything like that. It's nothing like that. But it is, to me, someone who is really into the lore and been into the lore all my life. I notice, and it kind of bugs me. You know, they pull out. You'll have models I've never even heard of, with weapon systems I've never even heard of. You know, they're just that obscure, and at the same time, you'll never come across, for example, like a Panther. I don't think I've seen a Panther 9R. I've seen 3 different variants, some of them multiple times. There's this one that's, I can't remember the name of the. I can't remember the designation of it. There's like PNT slash, and it's a 5 thing. It's like I always like, when I looked at it, I would say Gulag is what it was. It's not. It's like a 9A LAK or something like that. But every time I see it, I just think, you know, the Panther Gulag. And I can't even remember what's on it now off the top of my head. There was a mission where there was three Panthers. All of them were that same model. You know, I've never seen a base thing. And it's kind of the same with everything else. You don't see a Locust. Well, I've seen the 1M. But a lot of times, you know, a Locust shows up and it ends up being the Dagger, which is a 35-ton mech. Or you'll see a Jenner show up and it's the weird one that has Thunderbolt missiles, which is cool. You know, and that's the other thing with the weapon systems. They've added in a lot of like the tech, you know, level 2 and level 3 weapon systems that you don't play with very much. And in that respect, it's really cool. And there's other things about the mod that I really like. There's an expanded, you know, when you setting up your custom campaign. You can really tailor it to the way you want to play it, you know, enjoy. And then there's the things called deployments, which I really like. Although it's hard to do those just out of the box because they make it so hard to get mechs. But the deployment is you'll go to a planet and you're on assignment basically for 6 months, say. Kind of like how we play Marlow Stingrays. You get paid a set amount, which is actually pretty lucrative from what I can tell. You can adjust the just like the other contracts, you know, your payment and your salvage and reputation for that matter. But then every month on the monthly tick, instead of like having, you know, losing so much money, you basically gain so much money, then they deduct whatever you would have lost. It's always, so far what I've seen, it's always a net gain. Dramatically so. And then it just like a random, when you first get there, there's one mission you do to start it, and then it'll assign you a mission. I don't know what the time between missions is, because I remember doing one. I did the mission while I was there, went through actually like 14 days, a monthly tick, then I had a mission, and like 2 days later I had another mission. So I don't know exactly what the timing there is, but it's really cool. And when it does that, you don't necessarily have time to heal or get your mechs started up, because you can't bypass the mission. I mean, technically, I guess I could load it up and just immediately eject out, but you know, when you take the time to actually load in a mission, you kind of want to try to do it. So yeah, I mean, it's cool, and you know, you go around YouTube, you'll find people doing Let's Plays of it. As for me, I'm probably not going to, at least not yet. I want to do, if I'm going to do any kind of recording, it's going to be this. So there is that. So my grand plan to actually be doing all of these repairs while I was talking and talking all that other stuff. Fell through because I'm not very good at multitasking that way. I'm trying to talk to you about some stuff that isn't related to what I'm doing here, and I can't like look at the numbers, make decisions that way. So, oh well. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put a pause in here. Actually, get us through to the end of the week, and I'm going to see what happens when I actually push end contract. Finish out. See what actually shows up on the Monday. We'll do our personnel. I don't even know who I hired. It's been too long to kind of continue this anyway. So you failed. You failed me. But, hopefully this list will be a lot smaller by the time I come back. Let's go ahead and do that. Stop talking about it and actually do it. See you on the other side. Back, and the list is shorter, so it might not look a lot shorter, but it is shorter. It actually took me quite a bit of doing to really sort through a lot of that. I'm glad I didn't try to do that on camera because a lot of hard choices to make and just a lot of number crunching. We're on Sunday. I'm actually pretty much ready to go advance the day, but I wanted to go ahead and just go over what is going on in the Mech Bay. We'll just go down the list as we go. First of all, the Valkyrie here. There's missing a lower arm actuator and a left leg. I have no way, because of the current location and contract type, I have no way of ordering any of this stuff. I don't believe. I didn't actually check the lower arm actuator, but I don't think so, yeah. I was having trouble somewhere else with the arm actuator. So it is as fixed as I can get it. At least right now. Kind of the same story with the Archer. I fixed everything except the head because I can't order in a new head for the Archer. The Marauder, I think this is old stuff, but it has a little bit of damage to the internal structure of the head, and I have no. Basically, it looks like we've tried to fix it, and the veterans failed, and we don't have an elite tech to try to fix it. I could technically scrap the head and then attach a new head, but if I don't think I have a head for one, and two, it's just 1 point, which is enough to get somebody killed, but it is, I'm willing to roll with that. It would just be a nightmare trying to fix that right now. Hopefully we'll be able to get an elite tech soon. Kind of a similar story here with Rapunzel. I know this is old. This has been this way for a while. She took some internal damage to this arm and took a shoulder crit, and shoulder crits cannot be repaired. The only way to repair this left arm is actually just to remove it and attach a new one. This shoulder only has a small laser in it, so I'm not too super concerned about it. Even if she loses it in combat, I'll have to replace it anyway. So that's not that big of a deal. This fire javelin here has pretty much the same story with the Marauder, except it's the center torso has some, for the sake of lack of anything else to say, it's permanent damage. I need an elite tech to actually fix this internal, and even then it's not even a guarantee. So and as far as like internal damage here, I can't scrap the center torso. That's what it's going to be. If the elite fails it, I don't even think I can try to fix it if the elite fails it. So it's on the verge of actually permanently being damaged this way. The Orion here, center torso is in the midst of being fixed. It should be fixed when I click that button, honestly. Assuming whoever it is makes that roll, I don't even know who's doing it. But that should be fixed. The shoulder here, the right arm shoulder, I can't fix, and the actuator here, I can't replace because I can't order in the part. So the Orion is just kind of stuck in limbo. This is an interesting one here. Actually, both of our Scorpions are kind of in the same boat where they have a hip that's damaged. I could fix the armor, I could fix the actuator. It seems when it comes to a hip hit, a shoulder crit I'm more willing to roll with. When it it comes to hip hit, that really messes with a mech. Although this is a quad, so there is that. I may end up fixing it, but right now I'm not too worried about it. And I'll go ahead and, you know, the other Scorpion is in basically the exact same boat. And I'm not replacing these actuators because I'm not sure what I want to do. Cons mech, and this is one I wanted to do on camera because I was about to do it off camera, and I was like, well, let's actually just see what happens, because I don't know what will happen. Basically, I've tried replacing the leg, and it's now up to Elite. I can't replace that leg without an Elite. Now, normally what happens, like let's say it's a piece of armor that I messed up, you know, it's now an Elite. I could right click and scrap the component, which basically destroys what's there, and you have to basically, let's say I had, for example, armor in the head. Let's say I had 2 points of armor left in the head, and I was trying to repair it, and I kept failing the roll. If I scrap the component, basically it zeroes out the armor there, and then I can apply and basically get a new set of rolls. I can have a green pilot apply 9 armor. Really easy. If it's like a internal structure, let's say I was trying to fix the right torso here, and I kept failing. I can scrap that torso, and if I do that, it basically removes the torso. You'll get these X's instead, and I can buy a new torso and put it in. So what I don't know what will happen is here, I've been trying to attach a new leg. There is nothing there if I scrap it, so I don't know what will happen. So first of all, what I'm wondering is if I scrap it, if it'll just remove one of our existing legs. So this is a 55-ton mech, and let's see how many parts I have. Maybe a location. Left leg, is that correct? You know, I just remember I do have like mech parts. I can actually order in some heads. I might do that here in just a second. Mech left leg, right? Mech left leg, 55 ton. It's the only one there. I have one, right? Yes, number 1. Apparently I have 2 85-ton right legs. One. Let's see what happens. So basically, if it does remove the part, it'll just gray out here. Yeah, it destroyed the part. Okay. Okay. Seems like a waste of a part, but it's there. There it is. And I can't order in a part. Although, as I say, I could use these bonus parts I got at some point. I'll go back through and look at that here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and finish out this. We're in the middle of replacing armor to finish off Faceman's torso, so he should be fixed fairly soon. Crazy Ivan still has his permanent internal damage. I still need an Elite tech. I don't have one. The Whitworth, kind of the same story. I can't order in a leg. Guillotine, we're just disassembling. We already looked at that. Javelin, this Javelin we're also disassembling. Was there something with this Javelin up here? Oh, center torso. Yeah. So I don't think, yeah, he didn't even have a center torso. So and then this one, I keep missing the avionics roll, and it takes an absurd amount of time to do. I don't know if it's a bug or why, but repairs on aerospace fighters take forever. And I know I've gone through green, I know I've gone through regular, so now it's just a point of, well, if he doesn't fix it, I'm going to have to scrap it and start over. And I've also been having trouble with this structural integrity down here. It just takes so long, I forget about them. Let's, real quick, because I know I want to get Mel's Archer back going. Let's order in a head. Put it on ×4. Just because I want to be sure to actually get it done. See, to even reattach this head, it's going to take a target number of 10 for a second. For a veteran, it's a target number of 7. So I want to go through the progressions. I want to give myself as many chances as I can. So we'll find out tomorrow if she actually succeeded there. What was the other leg? Oh, do I want to actually get the Shadowhawk leg going? Those bonus parts are so precious. Is Khan actually scheduled to go do anything? Oh, when I advanced the day, it was demanding I somehow fix the problem. So I went to GM mode and basically said no. And when I advanced the day, it retired Mel, so I had to unretire her and actually put her back in the infirmary too. I'm looking for Mech Warriors. And who is it? It's Khan. Where's Khan at? The Connet. The Connet. Sort of wish. Well, I probably can get call sign if I go into fluff information. There he is, Khan. Ricardo Monteblanc. Are you even? You're not hurt. You've been hurt in the past. Which unit are you in? You're married to somebody. Get dismissed. Healed. Which unit are you in? Stingray Command Lance? Stingray Command, I don't... Yeah, there you are. Do I have any Stingray Command actually doing something? No. Okay, so I don't need to fix it. So we're just gonna sit tight on that and try to order in a part later. I do want to get that head going, even though I've already... I probably should have waited on the head because we are about to finish the contract. Oh well, too late. Let's advance to the next day, see what actually happens. But at the beginning of the month, I'm going to end the contract, basically. Okay. You failed to get the head done. Okay. Apparently we're trying to get cluster bombs. I vaguely remember doing that. Who are you? Oh! Our transport, or one of our transport, our junior transport admin is now pregnant. Congratulations. You're married too. Whoever Sal Calvarno is, I don't know. That's such a weird little mod, part of the mod, but it's funny. Hey, a new Mech Warrior. I could use Mech Warriors, especially a veteran one. You're a melee specialist. A 335, no leadership to speak of, but yeah, you're hired. I definitely want a veteran Mech Warrior. Alright, and did we get any actual battles going? Oh, yeah. 3 probes. Who do they want us to send? The Light Hover Cavalry, the Martian Air Pursuit Lance, and the Metz's Strike Lance. What is Metz's Strike Lance? I'm not going to do these because I'm ending the contract. I'm just curious as to what they rolled up. Stinger, Griffin, a Vedetti, Hetzer, a Laser Hetzer, and an AC-2 Vedetti. Which one's that? I wonder what they gain by doing that. That one doesn't look that bad, depending on what Metz's Strike Lance is. Of course, then they got this, which also doesn't look all that bad. Let's go see what Metz's Strike Lance is. Just curiosity abounds. You're not Metz's Strike Lance. It's apparently not in Stingray Corp. No. Here you are. What's in here? Rapunzel's Vindicator, a Jenner, a Locust. Well, that's pretty lightly. That's probably why that's so light. That's not a super heavy deal. Doable though. I think that would be completely doable. Oh, hey, we got Scyther. Or Scyther. It's one of our submitted pilots. Okay, this one they wanted the Martian Air Pursuit Lance, which I actually have an aero flight in. One of which is pretty much the one that has no avionics. Phoenix, Hawk, Javelin, Vulcan, Scorpion. Is that Scorpion actually? How many Scorpions do I have? Anyway, of course you have the Ally too, a Locust. Scorpion, a Clint, a Dervish, a couple Vindicators, one of which is an IX. I'm not sure what that has on it. That would have been rough, I think. And then I know this would be rough. What's the 15th Light Hover Cavalry? What's in our Hover Cavalry? A Condor, a Saracen, and 2 Pegasus. Up against what? We'd have a Locust with us. Up against a Wasp, a Centurion, a Whitworth. I think that they would have died. Wooded Lake. Woods aren't very good anyway. Well, anyway, as I said, we were going to finish this anyway. So let's go ahead and get that head started again. And what else? There was a cluster bomb. It's the only thing I think it failed. Do the task. Let's go to the next day. I think she failed that task. Okay, lots of people gain XP. Enemy morale is now route. Okay, so it routed anyway. A bonus civilian vehicle. Contract market updated. Unit market update. What's on the unit market? A Hunchback 2S. What's the 2S? Okay, downgrades the 20s into Signatic 4s. Gotta say, I'm not super excited about that particular variant. Get a new Marauder. How much money do we have? A lot of money. Holy crap. Wow, and it's actually cheaper to get the normal one. What else is different? Anything? That looks... Well, archers are kind of nice for melee. So having close range weapons, particularly in the torso, I can see that. I don't think it's worth 2 million more though. Or 1.5 million. Daddy, yeah, I'm not quite super interested in getting more vehicles. That Marauder though, this is among my interests. Actually cheap. Well, there is that. This is 10% markup. This is a 15% discount. That's a discount archer. I'm going to purchase that. And do I want a 4G? It's on discount too. Maybe upgrade. Well, I kind of do. I do have the extra Mech floating around. I don't know where I'm going to put her. I might put her in my Marauder actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and get one of these. Or I didn't buy a Marauder, I bought a Archer, did I? I do kind of want that. It is a markup. I want it. Okay. We'll leave everything else on the table. I got a civilian vehicle too, it said. Did it actually roll it? Yeah, a flatbed truck. Yay! What's actually on it? Rocket launchers. It's like an old World War II rocket launcher truck. It fires that one salvo. It's a nice salvo. I mean, that's technically 60 points of damage, but then it has to run away. I think we're going to mothball that. I don't need it right now. These need techs assigned to them. Marauder, let's go ahead and put rigor retro on you. Those will be some nice mechs. Upgrade some people, maybe get some people out of crippled mechs. In fact, we could put Khan in that, one of these new mechs. And then maybe mothball his Shadowhawk for now. What tonnage are we looking at here? And I don't remember exactly what I need. Command lands, 2 non-command units receive one of the following. And the commander gains tactical genius +1. I think I gave it multitasker because it really fits well with a Shadowhawk. So if I put con, it bumps up the tonnage to additional 20. So it would be 355. We're apparently already assault, so it doesn't really matter, does it? We're considered an assault, is that correct? Yeah, okay, yeah, just straight up do that. In fact, I might want to upgrade some other people. Okay, Con, you get the Marauder. I needed to change their names too. Well, we're on the month tick. Let's stop for just a second. Did I redo the head? I want to do that real quick. A veteran view. It's going to be annoying if it fails again. Although I did just buy a new archer, I could just like mothball this and put her in a different archer. Oh yeah, I was going to end the contract. Let's save first, because I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen here. Okay. I believe it was a success. Contract score 15. We routed them, yeah. Okay, we got the remaining contract payout. And I think we're free to go. So if I wanted to... Contract probably didn't even give me anything because I was under contract. But I think... Well, I can add a mission. I can manually add in a new contract and actually set it up how I want to do it, which is what I'm going to do. I know what we're doing next. I'm not going to tell you guys because you don't need to know yet. But I am going to do. I'll do a little bit of admin here. I'm going to get that veteran in. I'm going to put her in the Hunchback actually. Decide what I want to do with that extra archer. I've got people I can do that with, but I want to spend some time. I want to make sure my lances are balanced, and if I get extra mechs, I might actually see if I can actually do a new lance. I think we're full up. I need a new company is what I need, but that'll have to wait. Like I said, I'll do some more administrative. I've been doing all administrative all video, but I think it was going on quite a while now. So let's go ahead and put a pin in it here. Like I said, next time you see, I'm going to do a basically an overview of the patch when I upgrade Mech HQ and Megamek to see what's new in the new content. I don't really mess with. There's Megamek Lab also is something that gets updated, but I never mess with it. So. If there's something interesting in it, I'll go over it. But after that, I'll probably get started on the How to Megamek videos, and I'll I'm going to work on this. It's basically, I know what I want to do. I just need some time to actually get it all prepared and ready. So, and there I was about to end the video because it has gone on quite a while. Do want to finish this up with you guys. We did have prisoners. A lot of them didn't want anything to do with us, so let's go ahead and remove them. I think we... yeah, let's remove them. These three did want to join us. So we do get 3 new white mech warriors. They're all green, or ultra green in that case. But I do have extra mechs. I have a lot of extra mechs. I apparently have a battle master just sitting here. I don't know why. I don't know whose it was or where I got it, but I have one. The archer is of course spoken for, and that is Khan's old one. I've already replaced him and put him in the Marauder down here. You see. But the other thing I noticed was Mulan, her striker. She can no longer pilot mechs. Let's see if I can find her. Yeah, this prevents her from ever piloting a mech again. So she's going to retire. So let's go ahead and do that now. Change status, you are retired. Thank you for your service. You just can't pilot, but she does take her mech with her. So I'm just deleting this. You know, I'm not selling it, it's hers. Such is the way of things. We do have all of these. I think I was doing something. Yeah, killing contract 2. Did we not have any for contract 3? I don't remember. I will, however, get this fixed. Actually put in the log. 105. Anybody who is not a mech warrior basically gets thrown into their own little special cemetery. That way we can kind of keep this particular log somewhat sane. Especially, you know, there's so many soldiers. There's 105 soldiers. You can imagine that's like 105 more names on it. But also the vehicle crew, which we do have several of, drivers and whatnot. So I didn't want to finish up that. That's kind of the other road. As far as like retirement rules, I'm not going to do retirement rules unless they have a negative to them somehow, like they've lost an arm, they're old enough. Whatever ATP said would be a negative modifier. I'm not going to roll for everybody because that's just going to get insane. And I kind of like a little bit of consistency in our pilots. So, you know, we're not hardcore, but that's okay. It's okay for me. And now I think I'm done. So until next time, crash and burn.